but in the system of course it isn't. Then it would only be a, if this triangle were removed, this one were removed, then you would only see a pyramid structure. So everyone would constantly be in the service of what is at the top, without being able to influence it. So this is a more elaborate symbol for an actual voter in a legal voter block. I can run down all these symbols here. Unfortunately, I haven't managed to get the color balance right, because it's all shifted towards blue. This symbol is the housekeeper of the voter block. It's running the elections. Then we get the delegates they elect. Then they elect a chairperson for the council who disseminates the information in the council if need be. Responsible for the voter block housekeepers. There's no people double voting, part of multiple voter groups. Then we have the twice elected delegates, and the chairperson is this one. And there's the national government. There is no provincial government or city or village council government mentioned in the constitution. It's a completely dynamic system, which means it is the free choice of the people to create councils so that they would be over one city or one village exactly. These symbols are for the electoral committee, which decides when the new elections will be. It's elected by a national vote, national ballot. It's not regionalized and not local. There's no voter groups here. It's just people who are popular enough in the entire nation, and they are on a ballot, possibly with run-ups to see who, because otherwise the ballot would perhaps be thousands of names long. And then we have here a symbol for a provincial government, 1/50 of the nation, which is not mentioned in the constitution, but you can set it up as part of the room that the system allows for the erection of councils. This is a chairperson for it. The benefit of having provincial councils is that they are more stable than all the other councils, except the national government, of course, which is also quite stable. Then these are the simplified shoulder insignia forms in the sovereign government or would-be sovereign government color scheme. White on blue, blue on white. This is simply 3 beams crossing each other. This shape here is a little artifact of that. That's not relevant. The oldest of the electoral committee is also the head of state. Which would be that one. These symbols are for the advice council. This is an advice council for a local, once elected council. So you see the shapes come back in this. 2 beams, 3 beams, national council, square, local council. The advice councils can be quite important in reality, because not everyone can always know or be an expert on everything. But you could make a reasonable estimate as to who might know things. Here is a symbol for the voter group. This arrow means 1 election, and it's also meant to instill a sense of order, because this is the government and will not tolerate crime. This is the local council once elected. It's a little bit like putting heads together, isn't it? Then here's the group of delegates, which elect a twice elected delegate from between them. But this is just a symbol for it. This is 3 elect 1, but if it is 15 or 500, then it's the same number here. This is just fixed symbol. And this means twice elected, 2 elections, voter group and delegates group. And this would be a symbol for a twice elected council. So these people, these delegates, once elected, they push someone in a twice elected council from between them. There would be 50 or more of these delegates groups for each twice elected council. The width here is roughly 1/50th of this circle. This width here. Then this is a twice elected council. And now things can be combined, because a twice elected council can exist as in an area, does not have to even have a village or any, or maybe it's part of a village and part of the countryside. It's undefined. The delegates can make it up. And here it is combined with a symbol for a provincial delegate. So this is then a twice elected provincial government symbol. This is the same method combined with a national government delegate symbol. So this would be the national government symbol for it. This is a new type of symbol, and it is meant to mean that this local council is also the central council of a residential area. Village, maybe, small village, small city, or sparsely delegated city. This would then be the central council of the. Some local councils may, for instance, cover a part of a neighborhood, not being the central government of a residential area, but these dots then refer to that it is the central government of a residential area. This is the same for a twice elected council, which is the central government of a village or town. These dots mean that it is the central government of the residential area. So that's an addition to the system. And this really doesn't mean anything, because this is a twice elected delegate symbol, and this is also a twice elected symbol, council, for the council. However, you could, for example, use it to say that this is not, well, not a provincial and not a national council and not a central council of a village or town, because then you would add more exact. This is the alternative with the little round circles in there. And here are black and white for it. Voter group in black and white, local council, twice elected council. This is another issue, so-called sub-councils. And here it is augmented with a symbolized identity. For this is the nation, the province, the city. This for example would be Groningen. This could be the neighborhood of the council symbol, and this could be another council symbol, and so you could define in symbolic language which, in this case, a delegates group, where it is and which one it is. You could use this symbol system for councils, voter groups, delegates groups, twice elected councils, etc.